Hi, I'm Vano Haratunian. I've helped thousands of people come and stay into the United States. I've helped them with their immigration status, with their green cards, with their visas, and their citizenships. Today, I wanted to talk about what it takes for you to come into the United States, to stay into the United States, to be legal in the United States, and to make sure that you are not deported. As everybody has heard, we have a new administration coming in that is going to be a lot stricter on people who are in the United States illegally or out of status. The first and most important aspect to realize is when you come to the United States, you have to be legally admitted or paroled into the United States. What does that mean? That means that when you get a visa and you come to the United States through, let's say, by airplane, you come through one of the border entries. When you're coming in, as some of you may not know, but the immigration officer that is gonna be greeting you when you come in, he or she has the right to deny you entry based on discretionary factors. They will assess that they will say, you know, we don't think that you are going to go back, so they could deny you entry. Then you have options. What are your options there? If you're coming in with a tourist visa, even though you are here as a tourist, if you have grounds for seeking asylum, political asylum, or other type of social status that allows you to seek asylum relief in the country, you could actually request that asylum right at the border. If you're being denied entry, you could seek it. You could say, hey, look, if I get sent back, I risk my life is in danger, and you can explain it. And if you provide legal basis why, you'll be allowed to stay here, and then you can contact us, and then we can actually prepare for you all immigration papers, and then we can prepare for your story, your affidavit, and then represent you at hearings in court, immigration court, or other courts, you know, that actually try to establish your right to get relief. But it's very important that you realize that it is very important to be presented by someone who is licensed, by someone who is experienced, by someone who's going to be efficient. Many clients, unfortunately, who come to us, we find out that they went to what's so-called paralegals, basically unlicensed lawyers. And more often than not, these people, even though they claim to have a lot of experience, they will make mistakes. Immigration law is very, very complicated. As lawyers in this country, we need to spend years and years of education to learn how the legal system works and then what the regulations are. It takes a very long time because it is very complicated, it's very involved. The United States has one of the most developed legal systems. So you need to have an efficient person who can actually help you navigate the immigration laws. And as we've discussed in other videos before, one of the most common ways is for people to seek asylum, to seek political asylum in the country. Another way is you could adjust your status. You are here as a tourist. You come in here and you adjust your status as a permanent resident. So we talk often about the EB visas. That's if you have an advanced degree, if you have any kind of talent, or simply if you have a job offer in the United States, or if you invest money. There's a lot of different ways that you can apply for an EB green card. And you can talk to us and we can see which one is the one that applies to you, is the most appropriate for you. But again, you need to talk to people who are licensed attorneys and who have the experience here. Another thing that is very important to know is just because you come in here and you apply for something and you get a denial on your first application or your second application, it doesn't mean that the game is over. It does not mean that you cannot then do something else and try to get permanent residence and to try to get legal status in the country. I've discussed this before, but basically, if there is a denial, let's say you're doing an EB visa, you have a denial, there are a lot of different options that are available for you in order to rectify that, in order to get an approval. So we've discussed it in other videos, but basically you can apply another application. You could take in consideration what was the reason why the first one was approved or denied, and you can also go to appeal. You could go to federal court. Options are many. Likewise, if you are trying to get asylum and somehow, you are denied asylum, you have options. So the due process system in our Constitution, in our laws, is very, very strong, and we have a lot of different avenues, but you have to know how to approach it. So if you're in the United States, or if you're coming to the United States, and if you're concerned about your legal status, if you're concerned about what will happen to you when you're trying to cross the border, if you're coming with a visa, if you're coming from the southern border, or if you are here on a non-immigrant status and you want to stay because of various reasons, talk to us. We can look at all of the different options. We can represent you effectively, and like the thousands of people before who we have helped, who have gotten their green cards, who have gotten their visas, we can help you achieve your aims in this country to stay here legally, safely, and effectively.